This is reposted.
Ho, 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 Mr. Keller. It is time for the holiday season. And to get things going, I got a quote from Harlan Miller that says, probably the reason we all go so haywire at Christmas time with the endless, unrestrained, and often silly buying of gifts is that we don't quite know how to put our love into the world. Once again, that's from Harlan Miller. My point today was just to kind of talk about like the calendar hits December 1, and I want gals to kind of just see the backside of the water for a moment. Like, how's a grown man supposed to react to the holiday season?
Wow. That's such a macro take. Like a grown man could be 18 and single
Totally agree.
to 3 kids.
But like for you, let's just start with you.
What does the holiday season mean to me?
Like when December comes in, are you like, yay, woohoo? Or are you like, oh, geez.
I think I'm somewhere in between. I'm probably closer to yay woohoo. Um, I think once you get to a certain age, or maybe you get a certain personality that you don't need gifts anymore. I'm at a place in my life where if I want something, I'm able to get it. So for me, the holidays aren't about looking forward to getting any gifts. It's about spending time with family and a reminder to reconnect with people. And
You really
this,
mean that?
yeah.
Like getting
What part?
together with
What part of that don't you understand? Like, do you?
No, because I just feel like the holidays to me have just become like busy, 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 except for, by the way, in the pandemic, right? It's Christmas parties, it's work parties, it's getting presents, it's going to someone's house. It just seems like it's busyness.
It is that, but I think the rest of the year is busy, 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 and it's busy, busy, busy about me. And I think, say, December 1 through the end of the year or the beginning of January, these holiday parties are busy and they take a lot of your mental energy, but it's like you're forcing yourself to reconnect with people that if there wasn't holidays happening, I wouldn't connect with them at all. So there's some people that I see once a year and talk to once a year, and that's because of the holidays, and I appreciate that.
And I meant to do this as cathartic for me and as a point of information or
Sure.
confession. About two Christmas seasons ago, I felt like I was drunk for 21 straight days
Oh boy.
because of Christmas. It was like Ackerman's, then the chili party, then Bosch's part. Like honestly, I remember looking back and being like, damn, I don't think I could do another one of those. It was insane.
Yeah, for a long time I would do dry January every January because there were too many parties. But like I guess back to the quote, people the thing that kind of stuck out to me was like the endless, unrestrained, and often silly buying of gifts. And to me, that I thought of the love languages. You have the words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, gifts, and physical touch. And I think the reason that Harlan Miller is thinking about that everyone's giving gifts is because the world says around the holiday time you have to give gifts. And so even if that's not your love language, even if you don't express feelings towards someone in that way, you're like, well, this is what I'm supposed to do. And so you do it.
Are you a big gift giver?
I love giving gifts if they make sense. I don't want to give something out of obligation, but I'm like, oh, this is a cool thing. I want to give it to this person, whether it's because of a birthday or Christmas or whatever. I rather do it when I see it versus, oh, here's a milestone.
I completely agree with that. But sometimes at Christmas we feel that we have to give a gift to someone specifically. So what happens if you don't have a gift for that person you specifically have to give a gift to?
I brainstorm. I mean, I guess sometimes you're saying you pick names out of a hat and you're assigned to Uncle Robert and you have to give him something. Um, I don't know. I just think about what I think that person's life is. Like if you told me I had to give a gift to maybe fan of the show, I'm not sure, Jason Goles. I'm not close with him. I would just sit and think about like what's important to him. I know he likes soccer. Maybe I would do something soccer related. Like I think I break down if I had the same interest in that person, what would I want? And I try to do it that way. How do you give gifts?
Well, here's the thing. I'm completely overwhelmed by gifts, honestly, because and I knew that about myself kind of when I met my wife and we decided when we were dating, we're never giving each other either birthday presents or Christmas gifts, and we donate at Christmas. We donate to a cause from
Yeah.
each other because I get disappointed in gifts that I get, and I usually am to fretting about the present that I'm going to give. So I
Mhm.
just said for the person that's mostly in my life, we just eliminated that and we don't give gifts. And we mainly don't give gifts to our kids as well. They usually get them from grandparents and other ways, Santa. But I just am not a great gift giver. And so I've kind of had to eliminate that.
I fancy myself a good gift giver and a terrible gift receiver. I don't like receiving gifts. I don't like the attention. Looking back on holidays in the past, I've looked forward to seeing the people open the presents I'm excited about more so than whatever I receive. Like there's one gift I remember. I got a Game Boy in the 80s, and that was something I was very excited to open. But other than that, like I like it, but I prefer to watch someone open it. And my like kind of the charity thing, my brother does a thing where they don't give their kids gifts, they give them experiences. Like we're gonna go on a trip to Mammoth
Yep.
versus
Awesome.
I'm gonna give you a Nintendo Switch.
That ends up in a closet that they don't necessarily want
Right.
after. Um, yeah, the gift thing is interesting. I like your idea of that. Why can't every 365 days be a chance to give someone a gift? Like if you see something and that's, oh, that's perfect for this person, you get it from then, as opposed to like having to wait to December to give someone a gift and they maybe don't want it and it's not the right thing. It's just a useless piece of crap.
Yeah. And I guess back to the 365 days a year, think about if you wanted to have people over for dinner in May, how much coordination Karen would have to do to get people to come over versus, hey, I have a holiday party on December 14th. People are going to like, it's just like, oh, you do it. And it may be out of obligation and things may be too crowded, but I like the fact that it's forcing you to get together because you're not going to do it otherwise.
And the reflexive of
Generally.
that, though, Chip Doyle, who we had on our sales guy a couple of weeks ago or so, he said if you really wanted to have an impact with your holiday card, you
Yeah.
wouldn't send it during the holidays. You'd actually send it in May because you get 1,000 Christmas cards from people during the holidays, and you look at it and you go, "That's nice," and you put it away. If you really wanted someone to study your family, you'd send it in May.
Yeah. Or yes, and make it more personal, right? Like I have a guy that is in my life through sales, and I get recipes from him like once a
Oh.
quarter in a mailer. And I guess I appreciate the thought of it, and I guess I remember him, but it's not personalized. So receiving something isn't necessarily. It feels like it's out of obligation, and I don't necessarily like that.
I definitely always have because my wife, when the holidays come, she like starts pulling out the ornaments, getting the trees, doing like kind of nestling. And she listens to Christmas music. She just kind of immediately gets into the season. And as a grown man, when the December comes, I'm always like, what do I do? It's all right. I know I'm supposed to go to a party and drink some spiked eggnog and say some stupid stuff. But I definitely I'm always trying to like, how is a grown man supposed to react come December?
I have a theory, and I want you to confirm or deny it. I think you love giving white elephant presents.
Yeah, because you know why? It's just to go into the closet, get rid of something. It's like spring cleaning to me.
You don't like the idea of giving something wild and wacky? I like that.
I do, but like it's usually something from like my refrigerator that's been sitting there for 6 months or something, that I want to just get rid of.
All right. Well, if you want a block of moldy cheese, please reach out. You can find us at Reposted Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. I'm Andrew Keller for Cosmo Kramer saying thanks for stopping by.